to my place. If you'd like to win some quick money you don't have to tell your wife about.
Todd!
Okay, maybe you want to bowl, a couple games, have a drink. Looking for fun. I'm the guy to see. My name's Todd Faulkner, but everybody calls me Kid Mexico. We had a great time here in Long Beach back in the 30s and 40s. Yes, we did. We sure did. 1932, most important night of my life, happened right here in Long Beach at the Majestic Ballroom, down at the Pike.
He met me.
My one true love, Edna. For me, it was
Love at first sight. He was so handsome, and what a dancer!
She was a beauty, fresh like the ocean air.
How could I be anything but fresh? I was only 16 years old.
Half my age. But years don't matter when you're in love. A year later, we were married.
In 1986, his obituary in the Press Telegram read, "According to who you choose to believe, Kid Mexico was a hero or a bum. A shady figure or a colorful character."
I'll tell you my story, let you decide. I was born at the turn of the century, 1900 in Hope, New Mexico.
He was just a kid when my family moved up to Taft, California, near Bakersfield.
I like boxing. By 14, I was a state's bantamweight champ.
He got his name?
At 17, welterweight champ. And at 25, middleweight champ.
He got his nickname, Kid Mexico, when the announcer was trying to say, "The kid from New Mexico," and flubbed it.
Then some promoters started using it, and it kind of stuck. I liked the name. It was one you would remember.
He fought 387 fights, and only ever lost 11. 3 of them to Burt Kalima.
From Whittier. You've heard of him, haven't you? We boxed before sellout crowds 3 times. 1921, 22, 25. His fans would chant, "Give it to him, Kalima! Give it to him!"
After his last defeat, the LA Times wrote, "Poor old Kid Mexico."
That didn't stop me, though. I didn't retire from the ring until 1936.
He decided to try his hand at being a fight promoter.
With all the oil fields in the area, I figured I could bring some more money to myself by bringing entertainment to the people.
He got in trouble a couple times for fixing fights, though. Despite those problems, he continued to be a fight promoter well into the 40s. He even worked in the oil rigs around here.
Yeah, with all the oil business, I knew people would start to want to get some entertainment. And that's what I did. I brought them entertainment.
We had a cafe, and a bowling alley, and
a bar, and a bingo palace, and a dancing palace.
Oh, you didn't have to mention those, did you?
Dime a dance. Oh. I built a 14-room house for her across the street, just for her.
We had 2 sons, Todd Jr. and Harley.
On Sunday nights, we'd bring in stars for stage, screen, and radio for a big night of entertainment.
We even took out ads in the LA Times to bring in customers from other cities.
Back in those days, it was good to have friends in high places, if you know what I mean. I had many friends. I had my friends in Hollywood and Sacramento. I had my friends in City Hall and law enforcement. Some said I bought off politicians. I never bought off a politician. Of course, I rented a few.
Todd always had strong opinions about who should be in office.
And I was never opposed to vigorously campaigning for my candidates. I once even mowed a lady's lawn to get her to vote for my candidate.
Kid made a lot of money during those years.
Everybody loves playing bingo. This is America, and that's capitalism. If you're smart and bring the people what they want, you can do pretty well. That's all I was doing, bringing the people what they wanted. And I cared about the people I did.
Oh yes. Every year from 1941 to 1979, 38 consecutive years, Kid would have a Christmas party for all the children in the area.
I gave away 10,000 toys every year.
We'd even bring in stars like Hopalong Cassidy and Jack Dempsey.
Yep, on Sunday nights, we'd bring in stars from stage, screen, and radio for a big night of entertainment.
Oh, it was wonderful, wasn't it?
Yep.
You gave him a show, didn't you?
Yeah, I gave him a show. Then, there was an initiative in 1951. Tell them about the initiative.
There was an initiative to end the bingo parlor. I never said it to him at the time, but I never really approved of the gambling and the dime a dance girls over at the Dancing Palace. Rent them for a dance, like a dime, you know, like the taxis. I did not approve of that one bit.
Well, I knew the Signal Hill residents were starting to want a kind of respectability that didn't go along with gambling. I thought one answer would be to get an initiative on the ballot and get people to vote against it. So that's what I did. I registered all the people to vote, but they didn't live in Signal Hill. I was arrested, convicted of voter fraud, fined $500, and given 3 years probation.
Yes, without the bingo parlors, the business quickly fell off.
I knew the cafe and bowling alley weren't going to bring in the money like the gambling had.
In 1952, we moved to a house in Laguna Beach. It's a beautiful little thing on a hill overlooking the ocean with a wonderful view. And just close enough to walk down to all the little artist shops down the way.
Just 3 short years later, my beloved Edna died of cancer in our living room overlooking the ocean.
I was just 36 years old. Ooh. What, with our age difference, you know I'd be the first to go.
I remarried again, but it was a mistake. Edna is my only love, my only wife.
In 1970, he moved back to the house in Signal Hill and opened a museum. He charged locals $2 to come in and see his collection of photos and memorabilia.
The best view of me has always been through your eyes. The museum was an overstatement. It was more like one of those funky roadside attractions you might see in some deserted desert town. I had a chair that belonged to Tom Mix and a painting by William S. Hart.
And my photo hung on the wall
With the caption,
I took Kid Mexico for better or worse.
And when her hubby got rich, she gave him the credit.
In 1979, a reporter from the Press Telegram came to Kid's final Christmas party.
He asked me how I spent my time. I answered, I think the women during the day go out for dinner most of the time at night and go dancing at night too. I lived a long life. I was 85 and living in heaven when my heart gave out.
But he always seemed to find his way back to Long Beach.
It's because where I first met Edna. Thank you for joining us
today and supporting the Historical Society of Long Beach.
Thank you.